Hi everyone, I'm live and I decided to go live today because I had a paranormal experience this morning. Okay, I had a paranormal experience this morning and I just wanted to talk about it. So I'm gonna wait for more people to come on. The veil is thinning. The time of year is, it's the first day of fall. It's the autumn equinox. The veil is thinning, and this morning I witnessed some paranormal activity in my bedroom. Now, usually I don't experience anything in my bedroom paranormal because all of my altars and things like that are up here. Um, so usually they happen upstairs, whatever. But my bedroom is downstairs. So this morning, I have a table on the side of the bed, and it's a little round table with a tablecloth, glass, and then there's a lamp on top of it. So this morning, I'm standing completely on the other side of the room, and Sasha is on the other side of the room as well. And the lamp starts moving like this. It starts shaking, and the table, you can hear it shaking. And I'm like, okay, the ground didn't shake, so I know it's not an earthquake, and nothing else shook in the room. So I'm thinking it's the dog, right? The dog is actually in the backyard outside. So I go to let him in just to make sure I'm not going crazy and that the dog is outside. So I open the door, Rico runs in, and he was outside the whole time. So then I go and look back behind the table. I lift the tablecloth. I look under the bed. There's nothing there. And I'm like, I know we don't have no rats. This is a brand new house, nice neighborhood. We have pest control. They can't get in the door. You know, I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, never had any problems with that kind of stuff before. So I'm looking around. Rico runs under the bed and goes to sleep because that's where he always sleeps. So if there was an animal or something, he would have like sensed it and like seeked it out and got it, right? So he didn't do anything like that. He just went to his normal spot and went to bed. So I ruled out any type of animal they got in the house, right? So Sasha is just standing there in disbelief because she is witnessing this lamp moving on a table, and it's morning time. We're getting ready to go to school. And she's like, Mommy, what is that? I'm like, I don't know. She said, Is it Rico? I said, No, Rico's outside. Go let him in so I can know for sure. So, like I said, I let him in, and she's like, Oh my God, what? I don't believe it. And like, we can't even be scared anymore because this kind of stuff always happening. And the funny thing is, me and Sasha are always witnessing it. Layla, she's like in her own little zone. She was in the other room with her earphones on her iPad. So she was not even aware of what was going on. She didn't care. She's not into it. Um, so Sasha and I are always experiencing these things together, which is strange. And I asked Sasha, I'm like, Sasha, why do you think we're always getting to see all these weird things and Layla doesn't? And she says, because Layla doesn't believe, and Layla's not attracting that to her. And I'm like, that could be right. And that made me think about certain things. Like, do you know how people have never seen a ghost, never had a paranormal experience? They don't believe in all this kind of stuff, and they're like, I don't believe in any of it. I've never seen it, never witnessed anything, because they are vibrating on a different frequency. Like they're not going to be in that room at the time that it's going to happen. They're on a different frequency. So she's going to not witness stuff like that. Like when Sasha and I do the spirit board, Layla's in her room on her iPad or sleep. She's not on that frequency to be with us while we're doing it. And she never gets to witness certain things. Now, the only thing she's ever witnessed was when my camera turned off and it was fully charged and it just turned off. That's the only thing she's ever witnessed. And then after that, she was like, I'm done, I'm out of it. So it could have been voluntary to not witness any more of this stuff because she scares easily. But that was the weirdest thing. And so I was, I went did my normal everyday activities, and then I came back home, and um, I'm like, that was the weirdest thing for a lamp to just start moving on a table by itself. Like, what? And I have never seen anything like that, like that much energy on, as a paranormal. Yeah, I've seen the little thing move. Yeah, I've seen, the lights flicker and stuff like, but this stuff was moving like it was an earthquake. I'm like, what? So we might have some like poltergeist activity. I don't know. That's what they would call it, right? If objects are starting to move, poltergeist. So we might do a live spirit board session and ghost app session tonight in the house. It is the autumn equinox, so I'm sure there's some energy. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Um, the house is newly built, but next, like across the street, they're building a new house, new construction. This the land that it's built on, though, is very, very old. Well, all land is very old, but it's known that a lot of Native Americans lived over here, like literally um, lived on these grounds, and this is where they were. So it could be something like that. It could be some of the spirits that I use or in my workings and call. It could be anything. I don't know, but we want to do the ghost app and the spirit board with the telekinetic enhancer little thingy to see what we can pick up tonight, since it was like right there in our face. So we're probably gonna do that later on tonight. It's Friday night. You might as well do it. Um, and I'll probably get Sasha on as well so she can tell her side of the story, just in case y'all don't believe me. Uh, so she is in school right now, and like when I go pick her up, we'll probably do it later. But another weird thing happened that was kind of cool though. I got an email, and it was an entertainment agency, and they wanted to use a clip of my video to put in a commercial of a large entertainment company. And I'm like, they don't tell you any details. But I'm like, ooh, they're gonna put me on a video, or they're gonna put part of my video in a video that's, in a commercial. That's kind of cool. And they said, well, we'll compensate you, like for a 2 second clip. They want to give me like $500 for a 2 second clip. I'm like, 2 seconds? What do they want for 2 seconds? So they linked the video that they wanted, and it's like the Harry Potter book release that we went to 2 years ago. And they sent me the clip that they want, and it was so cute because it was Sasha with the little lightning Harry Potter scar, and the little Harry Potter glasses, and her hair was in like two pigtails, and she had the little Harry Potter I solemnly swear I'm up to no good t-shirt on. So they want to use her image with this Harry Potter stuff on it and something. They might be advertising either books or like Universal Studios or something. I don't know. But they wanted to use her clip, and unfortunately I took the stupid clip on Snapchat, and it was vertical, and they're like, well, we need a wide clip, can you find a wide clip? So I'm on here on movie editor trying to widen the clip and stretch it and stuff like that. So I sent it to them, and it's like three of the same clips wide enough for like a shot, and then I screened. So hopefully it'll work. If it don't, oh well. We tried. So she might be on a commercial, maybe. Hopefully they'll use her. If not, well, she was, she was selected and out of my video, which is cute. It's a cute video. If y'all want to watch it, it's still up. The Harry Potter and the Cursed Child book release. Anyways. So yeah, they've done commercials for like a Samsung and like the Beats, Dre Beats headphones or something like that, and some other stuff, some major brands. So that's kind of cool if she does get on it. Okay, so yeah, I just want to tell y'all a little paranormal story and what happened, and The veil is thinning this time of year. If y'all know about that, I talk about this every year on this channel, how the veil is thinning and like signs that you can tell the veil is thinning. Okay, I was sitting here yesterday or 2 days ago, and this is where I sit and think. Like in this chair right here, I sit and think. I do my research here. This desk and this chair have a lot of energy from me in it, right? So when I research, like when I come up with topics for my videos and stuff, and deep topics and things like that, I just sit here and I kind of flip through a book or I figure out what I want to do, and I'll come to something and it'll just make perfect sense. And this time of year, my senses are very like enhanced because the veil is thinning. So in this ear, I heard like this like weird whisper, but I couldn't really make out the words. It was like a male voice, and it was like words, but I couldn't tell what it was. And I'm like, and I can tell the frequency in the room changed because my ears popped. So it's not like a mental thing. It was my ears popped. I heard like my ears popped, and then I heard one ear. It was like tuning in almost. And so I heard like it was like a male's voice, but I couldn't make out what it was saying. But it was trying to tell me something. And I'm like, I don't know what you just said, but thanks for whispering in my ear. It's been a long time, So I don't know what they were trying to tell me, but it was a male voice for sure. Man. Uh, something's in the house. Male. Could it be one of my ex-boyfriends? I don't know. But they are, doing construction across the street, directly across the street. So it could be that disturbed ground sometimes causes, stuff like that to happen. Hauntings or whatever. Paranormal activity when things are disturbed in the area. So that could be them. I don't know. But it was a man with a deep voice. Okay. Someone's asking me to do a spell on how to gain back your wisdom and knowledge. Read. That's the spell. Spell the words out and read. There's no spell to regain your knowledge. Like, if you don't know it, we know everything. We just have to remember it. We just have to be able to learn how to recall it. We have to be on a frequency where that knowledge is. You know what I'm saying? Or where we can access that knowledge. If you're on a low frequency, it's going to be hard to kind of access certain knowledge. So if you're not getting the knowledge that you want, if the knowledge you want is not coming to you and you can't remember stuff, get on a different frequency. Meditate. Get those YouTube videos that have the frequency to tune you back to where you're supposed to be. Because I think a lot of people are just, they're trying too hard. People try too hard and they try to force stuff, and that's not how it works. It's kind of like you have to tune into a frequency. It's like you have to raise your vibrations up to a certain point so that you can access certain things. It's kind of like you have a radio and you're trying to listen to the music, and you can turn it up as loud as you want, but if it's not on the right station or the right frequency, you're not going to hear what it's trying to say. You might hear some static and a couple of words every now and then, but you're not going to hear or get what the message is because you're not on the right station or frequency. So why can't I understand? Why can't I understand anything? Why can't I have knowledge? Why don't I know anything? I can't get knowledge. I can't remember stuff. Change your frequency. And how do I change my frequency? You hang around different people, you do different activities, you do creative activities where you're creating something, drawing, singing, something that is using your creativity, crafting, writing. That's the frequency you need to be in, because if you're just in receiving mode instead of creation mode, then you can't get closer to being a creator, which is raising your frequency. So always be creating something. I don't care what it is. Look, I create every day when I create this face. Okay, I'll be drawing and painting, So create something, decorate something. Doesn't even matter if you can't do anything. Decorate, shoot, you know, tell a vivid story, something. So if you're not creating something, your frequency can't raise. You have to be creative, even if it's just an expression of how you feel, a poem, you know, the colors that you choose, an outfit that you choose, make it look crazy, put some colors on it. Um, or you don't even have to put colors on it, just make it a different style, as long as you feel like you've created something or that you can create, that's the frequency that you need to be on. That's why a lot of artists and musicians are very conscious because they're constantly creating. Most people who aren't creating are not as conscious or as, um, in a higher frequency. Like, think about scientists and doctors and people that are just real, you know, follow the book, follow this, follow that, you know, prove this, prove that. They're not as conscious because they can't create. They just have to prove what's already done. So you get an artist, you get a musician, you get a fashion designer, and you're going to be weird and they're going to be talking about stuff, and you get an actor and they're going to start talking about, all this crazy stuff, and I'm just going to label them crazy or weird or on drugs, but they're vibrating on a higher frequency and they know certain things because they're constantly creating. And this is the mind of a creator. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so another thing, like, if you guys start experiencing paranormal activities during this time of year, don't get scared. It's like, this is what happens to a lot of people. They get scared away because, oh my God, the table's moving. Okay, whatever, it's gonna move. Um, I work with spirits, cause and effect. Okay, they're disturbing ground next door, cause and effect. Just think logically about it. You know what it is. You understand energy and how it works, and the veil is thinning. You know what stuff is. So why are you scared? You know. That sounds like knowledge takes away that fear. So if I didn't know any of this, I'd probably be running out the house, going to my mom's house. The lamp was moving by itself. Oh my God. I'd probably be scared and trying to call all those TV shows and tell them it's a demon in my house or something. But since I know what it is, I'm just like, okay, the table moved. It's that time of year. I heard a whisper in my ear the other day. I think the veil is thinning and spirits are trying to communicate now. So, it is what it is. I'm not afraid. And Sasha, of course, she said her little Ghostbuster line. I was like, Sasha, are you okay? She was like, I ain't afraid of no ghost. Ghostbusters. I was like, good. She's not scared. Layla would have been scared. But Sasha's like, I'm not scared, mommy. And I said, you think we should do the spirit board and the ghost after that? Mm-hmm. She's ready. Someone asked me, have I ever had my feet washed before? Every time I get a pedicure, I get my feet washed. Scrubbed, painted, massaged, lotioned. Do you have a foot fetish? I keep seeing shadows in my peripheral. I used to see those all the time. Um, at the corners of your eye, and they sneak past, and they move fast. You can see them at the corner of your eye. Yeah, I've seen those a lot. When I was living in a different house, don't see them anymore, but used to see them a lot. Those, for me, where I was living and the time that I was living at that house, it was a very negative time. So, do you have any negativity around you, or do you live on some land that probably was used for something really bad, or what? Because a lot of times when you start seeing those, it's either you have something bad going on or you're on bad ground. Someone wants to see my feet. Inbox me, it's $50. See my feet, like, I'm gonna make money off of that. you know, there's freaks and there's crazy people in the world, and they need to pay for that. They need to pay for their fetishes, just like everybody else. Do you have a vision board? No, I have a manifestation journal. I keep it like a book. Okay, and I've checked off mostly everything in there. So, the only thing I could put next is $1 million. I used to cut out pictures and glue them in and write what I wanted and goals and things like that. It's like a vision board, but it's in a journal because I don't want that stuff on my wall. It didn't match. Um, the person that asked me to see my feet is now talking about Jesus. Told y'all Christians was freaks. Okay. it was it was the Christian dude wanted to see my feet. Now that I denied him, he want to talk about Jesus. Okay, that's how I usually go. um, but how do I feel about Doreen Virtue? I was watching her videos the other day. Not her videos, but the videos about her, saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna do tarot anymore. I saw Jesus when I was young, and I decided I need to go back to Jesus and Jesus. And this, I had a vision of Jesus and three beings and stuff like that." I'm like, um, you know, she said she had some vision of Jesus when she was like 18, but she went ahead, did tarot cards anyway, and now she wants to go back. That's fine. People go backwards and forwards all the time. If that's what she feels like doing, then that's what she feels like doing. I can't stop her. I don't care. It don't bother me. If she wants to make money on the Christians now, and she already made money off the pagans, she might as well go get the Christians money too. Okay. So, business wise, it's a good move. You know. Um, but it is what it is. You can lie. You can lie all day on the camera to get paid. You know. Besides her cards, I have only 2 sets of her cards. Anyway, her cards are too fluffy for me. I have to go get some good stuff. Darker stuff because her stuff wasn't dark enough for me. So to me, it's like not even a big jump. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what this angel card? Okay, what's next? Jesus? Yep. So it didn't really bother me because she wasn't like one of my favorite oracle card or tarot card makers anyway. I'm actually designing my own cards in the future. Like I have some cards that I design. They don't have any art on them. They're just my key phrases and things that I say a lot on my videos. And I'm making oracle cards. And I'm trying to do it on a website and get them up for sale. And so, because, she's gone, so I might as well get out there. So, I'm glad she's gone because now somebody's going to buy my stuff because she's not coming with it no more. So, all right. It's called Dark Realm Oracle, and it's about to come out as soon as they approve it. You got to wait for all these approval processes and stuff. But, and even if they don't approve it, I'll just order a bunch of them and then sell them myself. But the whole thing is, I don't feel any kind of way. I feel like, to me, she kind of seemed, anyway, she didn't went Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, but she went Michael Jackson the wrong way. She got all these animals and zebras and stuff, and now she's talking about Jesus. And she just got too much money, that's all. She just got too much money. She needs to stir the pot up a little bit and get some more. And then she says she's going to donate all her look, see, I'm thinking, all her money that comes from tarot to charities. And that's a tax write-off right there. So, perfect for her. I'm a businesswoman as well, y'all. I'm a witch. I'm an alchemist. I'm a businesswoman. I can see straight through certain things, okay? If there's money to be made by doing something like that, I'm going to be able to understand why she did it, Now she's getting interviews with all these Christian channels. She probably gonna write a book about it, and that's gonna sell to all the Christians. Ooh, look, a witch, or not a witch, but this lady that did tarot cards, and now she's coming to Jesus. They're gonna use that, um, you know, and sell that. Sell that to Christians who ain't got nothing else to read except the Bible. All they have to read is those witches that say, "Oh, I used to be a witch and then I turned back to God." All those books. Those people write books on that. So she can write one of those. She's gonna get money regardless. I might turn back to Jesus in about 10 years, if it's gonna pay me, but not really. I'm not really gonna turn back. But if I say I do, you know what's up. It's about this. Okay? So if I ever turn to Jesus, you know what happened. Either I met a pastor who has a mega church and he want me to be first lady after I'm a widow, or I'm able to get some type of compensation from but it's not ever gonna be for real. So don't even think about it. I'm a wink when I do it. So I'm like, something in my eye. But if I ever do turn back to Jesus, you know what it was. It was for the money. I never really was with Jesus anyway, ever. Like, I never felt comfortable. So, it's just like with most men, it's just for the money. Yep. You're obsessed with my tattoos. Oh, thank you. I don't know. This Christian dude is flirting with me hard. You want to make a church? He's in the comments. I've been seeing orbs too, with my real eyes, not the camera. Like, I've been seeing orbs too. So I told y'all it's that time of year. What did I grow up learning spiritually? I kind of taught myself spiritually. My mom would always try to make me read the Bible once in a while, because we would go to church when I was young, like Catholic church. But then when we got older, my mom didn't want to go to church. And so she would send us to like Wednesday night Bible study, and we would just ditch it and go to the mall. But she used to try to make us read the Bible. And it's like, well, if I'm going to read the Bible, I'm going to read Revelations, because it's the most interesting and horror part of the Bible. So I like that part. And that's how I started off. I started decoding the stuff in Revelation, because I'm like, this ain't real. This means something else. This is not. And I was like in elementary school. And so I started getting the clairaudient in junior high and elementary. I started hearing spirits, certain time of year, this time of year. Because it's not year round, y'all, I promise you. If it was year round, I'd be on meds. But it's just this time of year that I start getting that. And I heard it, and the voice was clear at that time, because I was a lot younger. And I went and researched, what I heard, the things that the thing said, and then I looked it up in a demonology book, and lo and behold, I found what it was. And it was very interesting. So that's how I kind of started. I started my own research, because my mom couldn't help me. She didn't know what was going on. She wasn't gifted, I guess, as much as I was. So I had to kind of make my own way. I had to go and do my own research, go to the library, because we didn't have no internet back then, and get books and stuff like that. So I'm a little 5th grade, 6th grader, checking out demonology books, ghost books, paranormal books, spell books, and things like that. They used to have those back in the day in the library, and then they took them out. I'm like, what? I can't even find one at the library over here. but they used to have them back in the day because everything's on the internet now. But that's how I started off my own research. How can you have a graveyard in your backyard? If you have your own property and you don't live, certain cities have rules. So if you don't live within the city limits and it's not going to contaminate the water or something like that, uh, you can have a graveyard in your on your own land and your own property, but not in your backyard unless you have land. Did I hear about the Kanika Jenkins case? Yes, I saw that footage where she supposedly walked into a freezer because they said she was drunk or high or something. And she walked into the freezer. But you know, I was watching it. It looked like she was talking to somebody. Like I'm like watching that. I'm like, um, she's talking to somebody and ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? I know she ain't on speakerphone. So I'm putting on my glasses so I can read the comments better. Um, can you combine money and lust spell? Yeah, it's called a Jezebel spell. You sure can. It's called a Jezebel spell. A lot of y'all ears are ringing. Yep. The ear ringing this time of year, especially, it's your frequency changing and the veil thing, and you're adjusting to it. So, you know, pay attention to stuff. If you think you're going crazy, don't think you're going crazy. Could have been a Bluetooth headphone. I don't think them young kids wear those no more. Those are out of style. They were talking about while she was talking to herself. How do we do lust spells? It's the same as any spell. As, you know, you can write a petition. You can feel lust and put that lustful energy into it. You know, get creative. Okay, you can use your imagination. Figure it out. I'm not gonna be on very long today, so probably another 10 minutes. But I'll be back on tonight. You know, so with the spirit board session and ghost app session. Y'all, if y'all want to download that ghost radio app on your phones, this time of year, you're probably going to get a lot of activity. Okay? That thing, I've been having that thing for years, and it's saying some crazy stuff that I know can't be fake, you know? So, y'all should, check it out. I think it's like 99 cents, you know? It's worth it. I've had it for 2 years, and I like it a lot. Any ideas on books for spiritual herbs? Any book, any herb book, you know, they have so many. I don't know. I'm not really in, like, that was a long time ago for me. But, you know, any spiritual herb book is fine. They're all mostly the same. You know, I would go for the one that geared towards alchemy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to give you the most for the, you know, most information as far as spiritual. You know what I mean? Do I think having a fetish is bad? Nope. I sure don't. I don't think it's bad at all because, you know, everybody's different. It's a form of your expression. My pendulum told me not to make an ancestor altar. Should I listen? Do you, like, if your pendulum said you have free will, so you gonna listen to a pendulum or you gonna do what you want to do? Okay. That is the question. Okay, someone said I need a healing pain for my tooth. Go to my dark energy video playlist and look for how to heal using dark energy method. That's in there. I made a video on that. My ancestors were very Christian. Should I set up an altar for them? If you put some of their stuff like they like on there, like put a Bible on there, maybe, yeah. If you put stuff on there that they agree with, I don't think that they would mind. Somebody's talking about fetishes is bad. If you're going to talk about Jesus with it at the same time. How do I donate to you, Ashira? I have a donation button on my channel. I think. I don't even know. Do I? You can go to my website, Dark Realm, on Etsy. You can send me something, buy something there and say I don't want it. This is just for you. Yes, the veil has been thinning all year, but it's super thin right now. That's what I'm saying. The veil is thinning even thinner. So okay, thank you. I appreciate the donation. I know you just want a picture of my foot, but okay. My Facebook button is up there too, so I don't know, y'all. What is your social media? What? If somebody knows my social media, can y'all put that down there for them so they can beg to see pictures of my feet? I don't know. They ain't got nothing else to do. What do you know about your ancestors? What if you don't know about your ancestors? Well, you can use family members that you know who passed away. Those are ancestors too. If you don't know about them, if you don't know any family members that passed, then wait for some to pass. Or work with ancestors in general. You know what I mean? Like your bloodline. Just say whoever is my ancestors and bloodline and linked to me, I'll work with you. You know, you don't have to have a picture. What's a veil? Someone's asking what's a veil. It's like this time of year, the veil between this world and the spirit world is the thinnest. And you can kind of get a lot of paranormal activity or, communication with the spirit realm. And that's what I meant by the veil is thinning. Someone asked. I'm reading these comments. They're hilarious. So good time of year to do Ouija boards, spirit boards, pendulums, contacting spirits or whatever. Great time of year for that. Okay, that's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. So y'all come back. Probably gonna be later on in the night. As y'all know, I stay up late. I'm reading these comments. Y'all are funny. So, I mean, y'all, I'm having a bad hair day. I'm thinking about growing it back out. What do y'all think? Should I grow it back out? I'm tired. Okay, we are taught as children to fear. That's why people still hold on to fears as adults. True. True. Y'all, I gotta leave in like 2 minutes. Can I take a sea salt bath to help my ood work? Um, Here's the thing about the oud, and a lot of people say it's not working for me. What kind did you order? Like, did you order the kind that is what it's for? You know, do you have the lightest one that just smells a little bit, or do you have a powerful one? But I feel like if you have an altar, put your oud on your altar and charge it. You know what I'm saying? Charge it. You burn a candle for it with your intention into it, or whatever. But you shouldn't really have to do that because it should just work already. Yeah. My alarm went off. That means it's time to go. Oh, thank you. So, someone said I never have a bad hair day, but thank you. That's so sweet. I gotta go and get ready to go pick up my children, but I'll take y'all with me until I get out of the house. And don't forget to come back tonight because we will be doing live Ouija board, live spirit, a live ghost radio session with, I'm trying to turn off my computer, the telekinetic enhancer, so we can see if that moves. This time I'm gonna put it all the way under the glass, so I don't have y'all saying, "Oh, y'all didn't have it all the way under the glass." I'm gonna take the box off of the bottom and show you guys what's in the bottom, so that there's no people saying, "Oh, you don't know what's in there." And then we're gonna do it. Okay. So I will show y'all everything, top, underneath, bottom, so y'all won't be skeptical. And we'll see what happens, because I'm excited to see what's happening this time of year. Since my lamp was moving this morning, it's something in here. So I'm gonna figure out what it is, if they have a message, and share it with you guys. Make sure this is documented. That way when I get an old lady, I can go back and watch these videos and I remember when that happened. If I start to lose my memory, I'll just come back and watch myself. Be like, oh, I don't remember that, but now I do. So, and that's another reason why I like making videos, because when I get old, and when I die or whatever, my kids are going to have the videos to go back and watch and learn from, and they can still, get the YouTube money from it too. I just leave it to them. So it's a nice thing to have when you get old and you can look back on your own self. So I'm looking for my shoes, y'all. I can't find my shoes in my closet. Can you use recorder to get EVPs? Oh yeah, the Ghost app that has a recorder on there. You can record what you're saying, and it records what the spirit box thing picks up as well. So yeah, it has a recorder on there already. So you'll be good to go. Where's my shoes? There. That's why I like it. And you can also email the recordings to other people to share them. It's called Ghost Radio app. And so if you get something good, you can email it to someone, or save it to your computer as well from your phone. You can email it to yourself and then download it, save it to your computer. So someone says, I don't fool with those things. I got in contact with someone's father, Y'all know those videos I did a couple of months ago, or maybe a month ago, with Garland. We got in contact with his dad, who had recently passed, through that ghost app. So we're going to try it. It really works, because there was no way. And usually on that ghost app, the spirit will only stay around for like they'll say 4 things and it'll be gone. This one was saying like 20 things, okay? Like 20. That's rare. So you got one when it starts talking and won't stop after 4, It's like they kept saying stuff over and over that was personal information that no one could have known about him. This is not even his phone, so it can't spy on him through my phone. Like, it wouldn't have all his information, or what he had on at the funeral. I don't know. I'm in my laundry room now. So I will see y'all later on tonight. You can download that app on your iPad too. On your iPad as well, because sometimes you want to record and you don't, like, your camera will go out if you do have paranormal activity, so you might need a backup camera if you plan on recording it with the camera. See, I'll show y'all. They're building a house over here. So they just started like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, building. Oh, in my garage. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna disconnect. I guess before I disconnect, I'll just say goodbye. Yeah, Wi-Fi ain't gonna reach all the way. All right, I'll see y'all later.